What's happening, all man? Thanks for tuning in. Jay's channel. So we got Oleksandr Usyk saying that he wants the Canelo fight, man. Under one condition: if he does fight him, he has to jump straight back into heavyweight. So I think that he's looking at like a no rematch clause gig, one-off fight sort of thing. But really, what he is looking for, man, is to be the number one pound for pound in the world. That's facts right there. At the moment he is on the line, and that mix, man. I would say him, Canelo, Crawford will probably be the top three, man, in my opinion. So yeah, pound for pound. So I want to talk about this. A lot of people don't really follow pound for pound. They are not really interested in it, man. They don't understand it and all that. For me, pound for pound is like putting a fighter in any weight class, reasonable weight class. I mean, you're not going to chuck Usyk into a flyweight, a reasonable weight class, you know what I mean? And having no doubt that they'll beat them, having no doubt that they will beat them regardless, regardless of who they fight. To me, that's who the pound for pound is, chuck them in any weight class, any style, and be like, this guy's going to win. That's my take on pound for pound. At the moment, you'll have to say that Canelo and Usyk is the more favourite. Crawford is great, no doubt. He's style-wise and calculating and all that, man, is phenomenal. He recently just put down Porter. Keep in mind, this is the same Porter that beat Usyk in the amateurs. But like I say, styles make fights. Crawford hasn't fought somebody. Hasn't fought many, I would say, on the top. He has beaten by Porter, as I mentioned, but you look at Usyk, you look at Canelo. Canelo's been fighting guys, but he hasn't really fought another Mayweather. You got to really think about that too. He did fight, Saunders and all that, and those guys are good fighters. No doubt about it, but as an elite fighters, you've got to say that Usyk's probably fought the best, as an elite wise. Just finished beating AJ, So it's really a tough call to say who to determine who was the best pound for pound. Excuse me. I personally do like Crawford myself, but I want to see him first get an undisputed, man. He's got to at least get an undisputed in his weight class. You've seen Usyk dominate cruiserweight. You've seen Canelo dominate the super middleweight, man, fight after fight. Smith, Saunders, you name them, man. He's got them one after the other. People could argue and say, well, he jumped classes to avoid the bigger fighters. But, at the end of the day, he cleared out his division. That's what I'm trying to say. Usyk cleared out his division. Crawford is yet to clear out his division. You know what I mean? He still needs to fight Spence. He still needs to fight Ugas. A win over Spence is not going to determine for him to be the best. He's got to get the undisputed, in my opinion. That's what it's all about, man. As the guy Wilder says, one champion, one face, one name. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Don't confuse new fans here. You can't say that you're the greatest if a new fan comes in to watch you fight and your opponent has a bout as well. You might as well get all the bouts, man, and say you're the best. Unfortunately, that's how boxing is. There isn't just one bout, man. So that's the case. You got to get them all styles, make fights. You know what I mean? So it's good to see Usyk push for that, though. It is good to see him wants to be the greatest, the best, pound for pound number one. I don't think Canelo will take the fight. I think it's, too much of a risk for him. But you can see that Usyk's definitely pushing, man. And you've seen him do a face-off with Fury recently, man. He ain't scared of no one. So I mean, big props to Usyk for that, man. I hope the fight does happen. I doubt it will, man, but I mean, pound for pound, my order at the moment, right now, Usyk, Canelo, Crawford. Crawford gets undisputed, Crawford's number one. That's my take on it, man, at the moment. Let me know yours, man, if you follow pound for pound. I know a lot of people really don't. But let me know your take on it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Family Homes. Shout out to... there was another channel that asked for a shout out, man. I forgot. But hey, man, you remind me, man. Shout out to you whoever asked for it. All the best to your success. Your channel. And thanks for tuning in. Hit the notification bar, man. Leave your comment. Thanks for stopping by, man. Peace.